Every single day, I look at this staircase in my house, and I have the same thought. Today might be the day this thing finally takes me out. Not a disease, not a stroke, not any of the medical stuff that has already tried to kill me multiple times. A staircase. In my own home.
I have fallen down these stairs 4 separate times, full length, top to bottom. The kind of fall where you are not sliding, you are tumbling. And every single time, I somehow survived it.
Last year, I broke my tailbone in 3 places from a fall. 3 breaks, 1 tailbone. And you know what I did after I healed up? I used the stairs again. Because what else am I supposed to do? Welcome to my life.
Let me set the scene for you. I live with my mom and dad, both retired. Great people. Love them to death. But this house was not built for someone like me. It was not built for someone with 0 balance who has to get out of a wheelchair and walk upstairs on his own 2 unreliable legs.
The Americans with Disabilities Act does not apply to your parents' house. Nobody is coming to install a stair lift or do anything about that death trap staircase.
This is a regular old Georgia home, and I am a guy who uses a wheelchair 95% of the day, but still has to walk these stairs because there is no other option. So I park the chair, I grab that railing, and I pray. Here is how going upstairs works for me. I transfer out of my wheelchair at the bottom. I stand up, and I grab that railing with what I call my kung fu grip. I am talking full contact, both hands, death grip. I am holding on to that railing like it owes me money, and I intend to collect. My balance is completely gone. 3 strokes wipe that out. So without that railing, I would last about 2 seconds before gravity reminded me who is in charge. Every step is a calculation. Where is my weight? Is my left leg going to cooperate today? Is this carpet loose? Normal people walk upstairs while looking at their phone. I walk upstairs like I am defusing a bomb with my bare hands.
Fall number 1. This was maybe a year after my 3rd stroke. I was still getting used to the new version of my body, the version that does not cooperate. I was about 3/4 of the way up, and my left leg just quit. No warning, no stumble, just done for the day apparently.
My kung fu grip was not enough. I went backwards, and I hit every single step on the way down. When you fall downstairs in the movies, it looks dramatic and cool. In real life, it just hurts, and it is loud.
I landed at the bottom, right next to my wheelchair. My first thought was not, oh no, am I injured? My first thought was, well, at least I am next to the chair.
My mom came running in, and I was just laying there on the floor next to my wheelchair, like I had been rejected by the staircase, looking up at the ceiling, thinking, yep, this is my life now. You would think after the first time I would have said, all right, that is it. I am a downstairs person now. I live down here. Mail my food to me. But no.
Because everything I need is not on one floor. My bedroom is upstairs. My stuff is upstairs. It is a house. Things are scattered everywhere with 0 regard for the guy who cannot walk straight.
And I am not about to let a staircase tell me where I can and cannot go in my own home. So I healed up, I got back in my chair, I rolled up to the bottom of those stairs, I transferred out, I grabbed that railing with my kung fu mitts, and I went right back up. Like a goldfish that keeps swimming into the same side of the bowl. Except the goldfish does not break bones. Falls 2 and 3 happened over the next couple of years. Different days, same stairs, same result. One time my grip slipped because my hands were sweaty. Sweaty hands. That is what almost took me out. Not Behçet's disease, not a stroke. Sweaty palms. I could see the headline now. Man survives 3 strokes and rare autoimmune disease only to be defeated by perspiration. My kung fu grip failed me that day. Each time I fell, my parents would hear the noise, and it is not a quiet noise.
A grown man falling down a full flight of stairs sounds like someone threw a refrigerator down a bowling alley. My dad would come around the corner and just see me at the bottom again. At some point, he stopped being shocked and started being like, all right, you good? Yep, I am good, Dad. Same time tomorrow, probably.
Then last April happened.
This was not even the stairs. This was a completely different fall outside, but it was the worst one. I went down hard and I landed directly on my tailbone. When I say I broke it in 3 places, I mean the doctors looked at the scan and paused.
Nobody wants their doctor to pause. They said, yeah, that is broken in 3 spots. 3. My tailbone looked like a jigsaw puzzle that nobody wants to put together. Do you know what the treatment for a broken tailbone is? Nothing. They do not cast it. They do not wrap it. They basically say, hey, that is broken, so try not to sit on it. I am in a wheelchair. I sit on it literally all day, every single day. The medical profession really thought that one through. I bought one of those donut cushions. You know the ones that look like a pool float for your butt. I sat on that thing for months. Every time I shifted in my chair, it felt like someone was jabbing me in the spine with a hot fork. But I kept working. I kept making videos. I kept rolling up to that desk every morning and editing thumbnails and writing scripts and uploading content like everything was perfectly fine. Because what was the alternative? Lay in bed and feel sorry for myself? I already did that after my strokes, and it almost destroyed me. I learned a long time ago that if I stop moving, I am done. So I sat on my broken tailbone on my little donut pillow and I worked. Because in my world, pain is not an emergency. Pain is just background noise that never shuts up.
Here is the thing nobody talks about when you are disabled and living in a house that was not built for you. Every single time I have to use those stairs, I do the same mental math. I stand at the top, gripping that railing with my kung fu hands, and my brain goes, all right, here we go again.
Is it worth it? Do I really need to go down there? Can I yell loud enough for someone to bring me what I need? And then the other part of my brain goes, I am not going to let 14 steps and a loose piece of carpet beat me.
I have survived things that should have killed me 3 times over. And you grab the railing and you go, 1 step at a time. Every single time there is a voice in the back of my head that says, you better be careful, because this might be your last trip. And I tell that voice to shut up. And I go anyway. What is that voice going to do? It does not even have hands. My house has a greatest hits collection of things that want to hurt me. The stairs are the headliner, but they are not the only act. Doorways that my wheelchair barely fits through, so I am scraping my knuckles on the frame every day. A bathroom designed by someone who has never met a wheelchair. A kitchen where half the cabinets might as well be on the moon. The front door has a step. The back door has a step. No ramp anywhere. Every room is a little obstacle course, and I am the contestant who keeps showing up even though I have never actually won, but I am still competing. I transfer out of my chair and walk through doorways, grabbing walls and counters and anything bolted down to stay upright. My whole house is a balance beam, and I have no balance. But I keep going because the alternative is sitting still, and I am not built for sitting still, even though I sit in a wheelchair. The irony is not lost on me. People ask me how I deal with all of this, and honestly, the answer is I laugh at it. What else am I going to do? Cry every time I look at a staircase? Be angry at door frames? Write a strongly worded letter to gravity? File a complaint with the railing for not doing its job? I fell down the stairs 4 times, and I am still here. I broke my tailbone in 3 places, and I am still here. I live in a house that is actively trying to end me, and I am still here. At some point, you either laugh at the absurdity of your situation or you let it consume you. I chose to laugh. That does not mean it is not hard. That does not mean I do not have days where I am scared to use those stairs. It just means I refuse to let the hard days be the whole story. The falls are part of my story, but they are not the ending. Not yet, anyway. Give it time. Those stairs are patient. So yeah, 4 falls, 3 tailbone breaks, 0 ramps, 1 wheelchair that waits for me at the bottom like a loyal dog every time I go upstairs, and a staircase that has absolutely no respect for me as a person. If you are living in a house that was not built for your body, I see you. If you are making it work with kung fu grip hands and stubbornness, I see you. If you have ever laid at the bottom of a staircase, staring at the ceiling, wondering how you got there, welcome to the club. We do not have t-shirts yet, but we probably should. Hit subscribe if you want to keep watching me fight this house. This is Rolling Disaster. Those stairs are still undefeated, but so am I.